And this vertical view is annoying to me. This is the other light. I'm gonna keep that one turned off. I feel like I need to bring you lower, but I'm not quite sure how to do that. So today what we're gonna do, let me just tell you what we're gonna do, and then I am gonna put foundation on. We are going to be swatching, and I'm used to hold stuff out here. Oh my gosh. We're going to be swatching. Hey Alicia, we're going to be swatching Paint the Town Red. That is what this looks like. It's a red palette, but you know, with Notoriously Morbid, some of these shades are going to be popping. So I'm excited to get into it. I am out of sorts. I'm going to do the intro, Alicia, just for those who may come later and figure out how to kind of tilt down a little bit. Hey Dawn. Hey Grace. I'm trying to figure out how to tilt y'all down a little bit because, all right, I hate this vertical view. Hey Grace, check your message. I asked about your cousins. Another question for about your cousins. I'm gonna do the intro while I'm putting on face paint. Am I tilted? This vertical view, y'all, is a mess. I hate it. I freaking hate it. Yeah, I'm still moving, y'all. We're going to do the Fenty primer, and I got to hold stuff in where I'm used to. The Fenty primer, the Fenty foundation. I'm not going to use a Sigma brush. I'm going to use this Ultra brush. It's annoying me because it's stained, and I have to clean it like 3 times for it not to be stained. But anyway, for those who are watching the replay, for those who may be new, the concept of the Crazy Troll Nation is being disorganized. I will tell y'all the situation once I get started. I am sweaty and have that cream on for this redness under my nose with an ointment, so that makes me feel sweaty even when I'm not sweaty. The concept of the Crazy Troll Nation is sometimes I really am disorganized. I'm just discombobulated, discombobulated, run amok, all that stuff. The concept of the Crazy Troll Nation is when you have these moments, just knowing it's okay. It's a part of day-to-day life. Everything doesn't go as we want it to. Everything doesn't go as we planned. And so we just roll with it, roll with it. The troll part of the crazy, I can't even put this mirror here because that's going to block my view. So I'm either going to use a mirror back here or where you are, which isn't that bad. Since it's right in front of me and it's going to look like I'm looking in your direction anyway. This is so different for me. The troll part is not caring too much about the beauty community standards. Hey, Janessa. You set the standard for yourself. Try not to feel like you need to use a certain brand or a certain tool or a certain technique. Use whatever you want to, however you want to get your makeup on in a way that you are satisfied with it. That is the concept of the Crazy Troll Nation. Here we are about self-acceptance and self-love. Embracing your natural features, enhancing them if you want to, when you want to, but never feeling like you have to. Love yourself for who you are and for how you look, even when you're not wearing face paint. That's the concept of the Crazy Troll Nation. I do need to let you know, I know y'all that are here right now and already know, but if someone's new, excuse me, yeah, that's an organism that lives in my throat that randomly hiccups, gurgles, and belches. You just heard that. I do always say excuse me whether I think you heard it or not. The other thing is I do curse in videos and in live streams because I curse sometimes, period. So it's all who I am. So what you see with me is really what you get. And I remember when when I met Lynette, she's here on YouTube. I really miss her not doing videos, but we met in person and she had put on her Instagram wall. This was a while ago. Might have been a year ago because I remember it wasn't like in the middle of, you're multitasking, but definitely mostly here. Oh, I appreciate it. Most videos I watch, I'm multitasking. Hey, Tony. Tony, are you liking that blush? I still use mine, but not as much because I have 7 of them at this point. But she had put on her Instagram, because you all know we had to take pictures for the gram. She put on her Instagram that I'm the same as I am in my videos. And she put I'm as cool as I am in person as I am in my videos. And that was such a compliment because sometimes when you meet people that you only know through social media, and then you meet them in person, sometimes it's like, or it's like awkward or something like that. Oh, I'm glad you are, Tony. I'm glad you won that too. And that you actually really wanted it. Because sometimes people just win stuff just to win stuff. So that was exciting. Of course, you're editing Grace because you do videos like every 5 minutes. I appreciate y'all being here. So that was a compliment because sometimes you'll meet people you only know through social media, and it's just sometimes it's a little awkward, or it's just kind of like, And then sometimes you meet people in person, and it's like, wow, like this is really like who they are, and that is so freaking cool. And she was real cool, but yeah, that was good. So what's been going on with me? This one should be a short live. It's only 9 shadows to swatch. But what happened was, y'all saw the gift grief music therapy video, and so 4th of July, I did a get ready with me, and I'm glad I did. That was the last time I did makeup. That was the last time I even put on foundation, did a face, any of that. And this is my first time sitting in this chair except last night, and I only sat here to put stuff away. Because I had okay, let me back up. After 4th of July barbecue cookout with my biological family, which was maybe like 30 minutes north of where his mom's house is. And so I went straight there after my biological family barbecue, and I was there for a few days helping clear out rooms. Mom had a lot of stuff, y'all. She was 87, and there was paperwork going back to like, I think the oldest thing I found was like 1979. I am not lying to you. And so he was trying to, he was going through just paperwork that needed to be go through now, just trying to get like her affairs in order and changing accounts over and stuff like that. And so my task, which I took upon myself, was to start clearing out her closets in her room and her drawers, and a lot of the drawers had just a lot of papers and stuff. So my task was to get through as much as I can in her room. Yo, I came home Saturday night. I think I got home. Is there a red mark right here? I think I got home. We still going to be here in 45 minutes. Let's just shoot it. So in other words, you saying you see the lie that this is going to be short. And so I got home Saturday night. I didn't even swatch mine either because, well, there is a backstory. Y'all may have heard part of it where I ordered it and the king messed up, shattered. But I did clean it up, and it is in my Macari store. And it was only really just 2 shades that were like, yeah, y'all not going to be working. This is almost dried down. I'm wondering if I should just let it stay like it is or put powder on. I think I'm going to just leave it like it is because this does dry down pretty well. My only concern is because I'm kind of sweaty behind so a lot of pictures and stuff. Yeah, and so I got home Saturday. So 4th of July was Thursday. I got home Saturday. It was like 11:30 at night or something like that. And because of all just the physical work, because y'all know I deal with chronic joint pain, and being in a different environment, the first night I did not sleep at all, maybe an hour. And I'm just like, so Friday when I got up, I was just like, and but I accomplished most of what I went there to do. Let me get some sponge tip applicators out. And it was just a lot of stuff. So he asked me to come back next week, so I'll be there again for a few days. So I took makeup with me. I took my tripod. I took the ring light. I don't know why I thought I was going to do makeup. And it's an older house, so no central AC. So it was like air conditioning units in the windows and got fans blowing, y'all. It was a lot. You're adding pictures too, yeah. So let me get to this. So that's why I haven't done any videos. I have stuff scheduled out here and there throughout July, which I'm glad that I did that, and I usually do that. I don't have stuff as far back as like January, like Grace does. She did a video and she was talking about Valentine's Day or something. I'm like, what? But but I do have stuff throughout the rest of this month. But I didn't do anything since 4th of July. So I am glad that I do pre-film because it does help. So this is what the palette looks like. The first one that I had got in the mail that I did actually pay for, and I had found a 20% off coupon code. So if you guys want something, I'm looking kind of orange. Just Google, because what did I Google? Like Notoriously Morbid discount code or something like that. Sometimes stuff will pop up and sometimes it won't. And so I got on a 20% off code, and I did put, I don't think I put pictures on my community tab. But anyway, this had powder all around it, and I was like, oh no. So I opened it. Where's the little plastic piece? Oh, and this was on top of it. There was like just shadow everywhere. And I was just like, oh my God. And so I just wrapped it back up because I'm like, I do not have the energy right now. Because it was just a mess. And I felt myself getting really like aggravated because it took so long to get it. And I'm like, and this is what happens. So, but it turned out when I did open it, this shade was down to the pan. Like it was nothing in here. And this one was not quite down to the pan, but it was shadow around the edges and a little bit on the bottom, but that was it. So it was in my Macari store. So I did clean it up. I went like this over my what is this? This is this shade. So I turned it upside down over my makeup trash, and I just was just like, until it stopped snowing. And then when I looked at it, it was just this one and this one. And so I took Q-tips and I wiped around. I'm telling y'all this in case y'all don't have it and you want to check it out. So I took Q-tips and just like cleaned up, you know, all of that and cleaned off the mirror, cleaned out the outside. And so it's in my Macari store. So this is down to the pan. It's like hardly anything. This has a little bit. Everything else is in perfect condition. So it's in my Macari store. I forget what I priced it as. And I kept in mind that, one, it takes forever to ship. So somebody might be like, oh, I want that. And she ships within like 48 hours, usually 24 hours. But I took into account that I did pay 20% less for it, and they sent me a new one. So I think the price is fair. But so if y'all are interested, this is in there. So we're going to get to swatching. I love the front cover, and it is a sticker. And I don't care about a sticker. When they're not placed straight, I'm like, why couldn't they just put it straight? But, you know, y'all know what? I wonder why my lips are dry. Why y'all ain't telling me? Tillamook. So I'd rather have so packaging. Janessa, it was powder all on the outside because when I took it out the bubble wrap, I was like, oh my God. And so I knew. And I was just like, because I knew. Because it was just too much just to be a little sprinkle, or how it was just that little bit of red right here. It was, and all out here. And I was just like, and when I opened it and I just saw a sheet of dust on top of this, I was just like, And then when I lifted this up, I just closed it. I said, I cannot right now, because I was just so pissed off because it took like 3 months. And I'm like, this is what. So anyway. Yeah, I was pissed. Hey, Samlin. And so I don't mind basic packaging when you give me good product. They have a palette now. It's called Boohoo, and it's a relaunch of something from before. And they said it was one of their best sellers, and, you know, customers were asking, is it coming back? Is it coming back? So it came back. And I thought about it. I went on my non-makeup Instagram, and I'm reading the comments under the post, and somebody said, well, since this is a relaunch, like, will this ship out quicker? And they said, no, it's the usual turnaround time. So they were like, oh, okay, so 20 to 30 days. And somebody else commented over 30 days. And I'm like, and so I'm still waiting for Gold Dust Woman palette. So it's like, I don't want to order something else, and I'm still waiting for something else. You know what I mean? So it is a deterrent. But it makes me appreciate their sister company. I did pay for the protection plan. Actually, it wouldn't let me not pay for the protection plan. It just automatically included it. And I noticed that other websites are doing the same thing. Y'all look at my bags. I've been sleeping like crazy since I've been home. Like, and even when I wake up, I'm still tired. Like, it really wore me out being there. Number one, the heat, and number two, being more physical and mobile than I usually am. But yeah, so it automatically charges me for that. And even Scott Barnes, when I order his brushes, it automatically charged me for that. Like, I couldn't even click not to have it. And I forget what other website. Yeah, so they did send me, this is the replacement one. I forgot what I was saying. Oh, so I decided not to get the Boohoo palette because, and I was looking at the newest one, well, not the Boohoo one, but the one that came before that opens up like a book. And it's not really my color story because it's mostly like cool neutral leaning. But I was intrigued by it because I know Notoriously Morbid works for me, even though that wasn't my color story. I didn't see where I could deselect it. And I think it might have been like 98 cents or something like that. I'm gonna look at that next time. And they do say on websites they use, even if they don't have a return policy, if it's damaged, they do say send us pictures, whatever, and they will rectify it. And so even without the protection plan, I would like to think they would still you know, replaced it. And I did send them pictures. It was a mess. So we're gonna get to swatching. I like how on the back it shows you what the shifts should be. So the top 3 have a shift, and each corner in the middle have a shift. You're not gonna order from them unless you do until me do a collab or until you do a collab. This is a pretty palette, and the other ones are too. But that wait time, though, always pay for protection plan. It's so expensive, and I don't want to take chances. Exactly, because then it's like, if something shows up busted, and you tell me you ain't gonna do nothing about it, I will blast you all over YouTube. And so it's saying all 3 of these at the top are shifty shades, and it's showing that this one and this one is a shifty shade, and it's showing the red in the middle. It's showing that it has sparkles in it. In person, I could this little bit of space right here is driving me nuts because I'm used to just holding up stuff like, and I gotta make sure I'm staying in frame. So the red one shows that it has sparkles in it, but we'll see when we swatch it if that's what it looks like. Usually there's a way to deselect, but they make it. Oh, that's why, because I don't automatically see it. I just pay it as a lazy thing. And you know what? Delaware doesn't have sales tax. We do not have. Am I dry? It's like moist around here for me sweating, but this is kind of dry, so we're not going to powder down. You know what? I don't think I've seen any collabs with them, with anybody. I know that Katie from Makeup for Lost Time, she receives PR from them. I'm not sure who else off the top of my head receives PR from them, but I am glad that I do, because that means I get stuff. And I think I mentioned it before, Tony, their website and also other websites, if you scroll to the bottom, they'll have something, sometimes that'll say affiliate. And sometimes you can fill out the form to get PR, and then they'll review, and then whatever. And that's what I had did. And I didn't hear back in like over a month. Actually, it was longer than that. After like a month, I'm like, well, I guess it's a no. Because I didn't hear anything, yes or no. It was like, okay, we received your form, and like that was it. And then one day I got an email, and it was like, hey, I've been watching you for a while. And I'm thinking that was a while, because I filled that out like how long ago? And she was really cool, because she said she actually did watch my content, and she liked my content. And so what I think is when you fill out those forms and they get it, depending on the brand, because I have a code for Mad Witch for the Chance palette, that brand, come to find out I can't even use it because it's pressed pigments. And so sometimes stuff is approved right away, but that wasn't for PR, that was for an affiliate link. But yeah, so she was saying that she had been watching me for a long time. She loved my content, and they would love to have me on the team. And so it took a long time, though. And so if you're interested in a brand and you scroll to the bottom and they have something that says affiliate, if there's a form to fill out to possibly receive PR, I say fill it out, because you have nothing to lose. If it is a no, you're where you are. And if it's a yes, you end up getting PR. So that's how it happened with me and Notoriously Morbid. And I was just like, cool beans, because I love the brand. But that wait time, I was just like, how can I get stuff quicker? Like, and it helped too, I think, because I already was using Notoriously Morbid. I have Mothman. Y'all know I love me Mothman. The more I use some kind of haunted and the Poltergeist, the more I use those two, the more I really like them. Dare I say I'm falling in love with them. And what else do I have from them? I think after that was PR stuff, I think. And so I think it helped that I'm looking to see what else I have from them that I had before that. Beans and Booty, yes, Janice, I love that palette. That was my introduction to Notoriously Morbid. And so I think it helped too, because I was already using their stuff, even though it was only a few palettes. And y'all know, because my collection, I don't want to say collection, my troll treasure trove is curated. I'm going to use the same stuff. Every month you're going to see the same stuff somewhere. And so I think that helped too. But yeah, so don't try not to feel like, this is just in general, try not to feel like, you're waiting for brands to reach out to you. Like, feel okay about reaching out to brands, because either it's a no and you're where you are, or it's a yes down the road. It was a long time too, y'all. I was just like, I was surprised when they emailed me. I'm like, how long ago did I fill out that form? But so that's how that happened, and I'm really excited. And I feel like I'm kind of scrunching in. I hate that I can't push this back any further, so I might need to move my chair back further. So we're going to get to swatching. I like also with their palettes, it's not confusing. This shade, oh gosh, I hate having to sit close. This shade right here is this shade right here. This shade right here is this shade right here. Like it's directly behind what it is. And I'm looking at this like, how is that this? We're going to see. And I wish I had something to cover up. I do have something to cover up the mirror. Okay. So the coloring, y'all, this is purple in person. And it's blue on your side. Oh my Lord. I don't know what be happening. This is purple in person, I promise you. Says me with color perception challenges. So we're going to start with this one right here, which says, no, wait a minute. Yeah, this, no, okay, wait a minute. I just confused myself. Damn it. After I'm just saying how it's set up. We're going to take this one. I don't know which one it is. I'll see when I swipe it. Let me see. Not lip safe. Not lip safe. Okay, this is the order because this one on the back, that's this one. This is purple. And you flip it around, that's here. Okay, so this is, I was looking at it backwards. This shade, yeah, that's Crimson Veil. But we're starting over here. This is Midnight Bite. So this is not lip safe. This one is not lip safe. All the rest are lip safe. And it's important because y'all know I put shadow on my lips. I was watching Katie's video of one of the recent ones. Because she got the Spellcast Beauty ones too. And she put them on her lips. And she's like, oh yeah, by the way, these say they're not lip safe. She was on top of her lipstick. I was cracking up. So we're going to take Midnight Bite, which is this shade. And I'm going to turn it sideways just in case it's soft. And it's not really soft. I'm just paranoid. I remember when I swatched some kind of haunted, 2 of the shades just shattered. So this is Midnight Bite. And I think we're going to try and do 3 and 3. So that is what Midnight Bite looks like. And it does look pinky. That's this one in this corner. That's interesting because that's this one, Midnight Bite. But to me, I'm seeing like a dustiness right here. But when I turn this way, I see like a pinkish gray. These Notoriously Morbid just interest me because I just don't know till I swatch them. This one in the center is Moonrise. And this is the one that was completely shattered in the other one. So I am just like pressing and swiping slightly and then just tapping. It has not been flaky or anything. Ooh, storing it. And I store it, you know, sitting this way. And so it's not exceptionally fragile, but even just tapping it and a slight swipe, it picks up really well. So this is the center shade, which is Moonrise, and we're going to put that in the center. That's what that one looks like. I did a members only post. Oh man, it disappears right here, and then it's kind of golden, and then it's pinky. And this is what it looks like on the back. So that is what that looks like. So if you are members who are here, I put shadows on my lips too. I never remember to check. So this one does look like what it looks like. Because I do ask questions for members. And I asked about doing an additional live stream during my monthly roundup. And so 50% said do it as an additional live. 25%, they said it didn't matter. 25% said to do it as a premiere. So I'm taking it doesn't matter, it can go either way, which will leave 50% doing additional live and 25% a premiere. So tomorrow night we'll be back. We're going to do our roundup for the eyeshadow palettes we used in June. We're going to use this one, Crimson Veil, this corner shade. This one is the same texture as the first one. So it is pressed in. This one right here though, that's the one that's suspect. So that is that. Oh, so that's like a dirty green, like a swampy green. And then it's like a pink and green, almost wanting to disappear. So here I see pink, and then I see like a dusty, swampy green right here. This is reminding me of a Yucca palette shadow. Did y'all see that it's $35, I think, Sephora right now for the Yucca palette? If I didn't have one. Hey, Delane. Just use that exact makeup towel. Did you? This is purple in person, I promise you, but it's looking blue on your end. So this is what it's looking like here. All the glares and whatnots. And this is what it's looking like here. So it does. When you turn it, you see the green. You see some of this little pinky reddish, but then it kind of disappears. So yeah, so pretty much so far, these are what it shows on the back. I have a bunch of these, and I have some longer ones I leave across the station. So if I tap off stuff or whatever, or if I'm cleaning a palette and then I'm like, ew, so then I'll wipe my fingers on it. But for just like hands-on stuff, I do just like the small ones. So now we're going to come down. This is the other one that was shattered in the other palette. So I'm going to be gentle with it. This is Fantasia. And this shows, where am I at? This shows that. So we're going to lay it sideways. Oh, y'all see that? It was a bubble in the middle. And when I pressed it, it just, ooh. Damn. So you know, Tony, just be gentle with those two. And I am going to be doing looks with this. I don't know when, y'all. I am just so tired. Those few days wore me out. And he asked me to come back from, what did he say? The 14th to the 18th something. And I'm just like, so I pressed the bubble down. And I pressed where it had kind of flaked, not flaked because it is very powdery, but where it puffed up or puffed down, whatever. So it does pick up really nice. And again, this is Fantasia. Am I on the wrong side? No, this is Fantasia. So we're going to put this here. I am excited to use this. And who else in here besides Tony has this palette, Paint the Town Red? So this does look pretty basic. This way, dare I say, I see a little bit of green here, or it might just be my complexion. But I am mostly just seeing this one shade, which is what this looks like. But on the back, it's showing it should be green, orange, and pinkish or reddish or something. But I'm not seeing all of that. But I do see all of the ones in this side, the pink and green. But this one, I'm not. And I'm going sideways on purpose so that we can see the shift. So here I do see like a yellowish orange. I'm horrible at describing colors if y'all don't know. I see the green on the last side, but not this one. Oh, the last one. Yeah, I see the green, because even right here, there's green here and then there's pink here. And here you just see green, and here you just see the pink. But I'm not really seeing, I'm seeing some orangey gold here, but then it's mostly this shade. Something that was interesting with, this is Bloodlust. What was interesting with the Spellcast Beauty Over the Rainbow palette, the one with all multi-chromes, dual chromes, as I'm swirling, it is puffing up. And so as it puffs up, I'm tapping. I put some of the shades over a base, and it looked two different shadows over two different bases, but the shadows ended up looking exactly the same. And I thought that was very interesting because the shifts were supposed to be different, but they looked exactly the same. And that video was somewhere on my in my playlist. So again, this is Moonlust. Ooh, I do see it's a fiery shade. Like here I'm seeing kind of fiery. So I'm seeing like an orangey red. And then here is just the red. So that'll be nice for like outer corner for me. Yes, I'm not. And it's not showing. This is showing. That's this one. So I don't know. Excuse me for the glares. That's this one. So I don't know. So maybe that's the orangey part I see. Like right here. Where is it? Like right here is kind of orangey red. Ah, something. I got a notification from your YouTube, Grace. But it's mostly just that one shade. So I don't know. We'll see when we use it. So now we're going to come over to this shade I'm excited about because this one definitely looks like it has some shifts. Because when I look over here, it looks green with gold specks in it. And where you are, it looks purple. So I'm excited. Y'all know I like the darker shadows. This one, when I went to swipe, it kind of kicked up. And so I am just pressing. And sponge tips are more dense than brushes. And so I have to remember, especially when first swatching Notoriously Morbid, to just really get a feel for how the shadows are. So this is that one. Ooh, I know I'm gonna love this one. Okay. Oh, so wait a minute. So okay, I see purple. I see a hint of green when I pull it. But oh, thanks, Alicia. I like this one. So you definitely see. All right, I'm excited. You definitely see the purple, and you definitely see the green. I like that. And this goes with these three. Well, these two. And this one seems to go with these two. And with this one, because this one here disappears. This one right here disappears on my complexion, but then it's pink when I turn a certain way. I like it. I'm trying to find what side is clean on my sponge tip. Now I'm going to come down here. This one is Scarlet Thirst, and that one is just a red, like a hot red, or it looks like a hot red. So even though I don't like monochromatic palettes, because I've learned that with Notoriously Morbid, even though it's like, okay, it's a red palette, like it's not a red palette. Because when you look at this, it's like, okay, it's red and purple. But, and y'all know I like the darker base tones. Whereas the first row, the top row is really light. But then I know once I get to the second row and to the bottom, it's going to give me what I want. And so, and somehow, too, for me, they all just work together. Like, it's never like, oh my gosh, I wish I didn't get this or I didn't receive it. Because once I start using it, this is a blood red. This is, whew, okay. And so it does always work out, and I do always like all the looks that I do. And that's another reason I'm excited when I receive stuff from them, because even if I think, what was it, Unearthly Aura, I was just like, this whole palette looks light. But y'all know what them looks was nice. So that is what it is. That's this one right here. So it looks like an orange red on here. Yeah, it looks like orange red here. This one is reminding me of the Atomic Shaker from House Labs, the one that's described as a blue red. And what shade is that? Ruby Shine. That's what this reminds me of, like when I put it on. Okay, so we have what I'm calling a blue red, and this to me looks like an orange red. So we only got two more, y'all, and then we're going to be done. Almost the shortest live ever. That sponge tip is done. Do I have any more on here? I got one. We're going to throw that one away. All right, so we got two more shades. We got this one here, which is Eternal Dead, which is this shade. So these are just, you know, flat mattes. And these have a smooth texture, like not at all, you know, to be concerned about. So really it was just mostly this one, and this one here in the middle was kind of like, just be careful. Oh shit, I just wiped in this one again. So we're going to turn this all the way over to a clean side. It did. I'm not surprised. I thought about getting a backup, and then I said no, because Natasha's POA is usually 24 months. So I'm like, so I'm gonna just buy it and then stay here for, you know, 2 or more years until my current one dies. Yeah, I definitely thought about it though. So this is this middle shade, and I'm not surprised because it was like half off. What? Yeah, I put it on my community tab, hoping that if someone wanted it, they would catch it before it sold out. So far, purple is your favorite. This one up here, Grace. Oh, the way it turns that dirty green, that swamp green. So this is Eternal Red. I thought it said Dead, D-E-D, because the R looks like a D. Eternal Red. How is this? Okay, in person it looks more purple. So Eternal Red. Tell me if this looks red to y'all. Under this one and next to this one, this to me is not red. But that's what they say, and it's just a flat matte, like no shimmer or anything. How is that a red? And this is what it looks like on the back. So it does look like what it looks like. Tony, if you did videos, I would be like, let's collab, since we both have this palette. And I'm excited to be here. So thank you for being here with me to do the swatches. Because y'all know when I get a palette, I don't touch it until I come here and we do these live swatches, and then I bust out looks. And so this has been sitting here, and I would look at it every now and then and be like, nope, I'm waiting for my trolls. So I was really excited. I'm like, oh, today is the day. I can swatch it, so now I can start digging into it. And I don't know when I'm gonna dig into it, because y'all, I'm just worn out. And we've been having heat advisories and stuff. It was just hot. Like this one day when I was up in Camden at Drew's house, it was like 99 degrees. This one is Velvet Vamp. This is what it looks like on the back. So we'll see if it's that dark. And I think it is, because this one showed up like it is and this one showed up like that is. So this is the last shade, Violet Vamp. I am excited about this palette. I really thought I was going to do makeup. I took makeup, brushes, tripod. I ain't opened none of that stuff. Came home and put it away. Those was long days, y'all. And the first day there, after we were working, no, it was the second day. I said, we're going out to dinner. And he's like, I could order something. I'm like, no, we're getting out of this house, getting some fresh air, even though it was like 90 something degrees. I'm like, we're going somewhere. Like, we need to get out and just get fresh air. Because when you're in an environment where it's just so much stuff around you, and you know your job is to go through this stuff, let's go somewhere and just chill, just to get away from it all for a few. And we went out to a sushi place. Oh my gosh, it was so good. So this is Velvet Vamp. Ooh, here you go, Grace. Got you another purple. Y'all, I am so friggin' excited. So this right here, my dear trolls, I hate this setup. I hate this vertical thing. So this is Paint the Town Red. This shade, oh, this one, the middle, which disappears on me, but then it shows up kind of, let me lean in close, a little pinkish. This shade, which looks like is whitish, but I see, right here, I see greenish, and then some pinkish here, and then green. Where the hell am I at? Did I do that backwards? Did I do that backwards? No. Yeah. I don't know. I don't know. Because this is looking like this one. So that means I did the top backwards. This shade is this one. We know the middle ones. This shade is this one. I do not like this vertical thing. This is this shade. And so I see like an orangey here, but then I see whatever this shade is. The center one is on point. Looks a little fiery here, but then it's like just a red, a blue red. And then this purple here, that's this one. The bottom row, this shade, this shade, this shade. So they do pretty much, except for the multi-chromes, they pretty much look like what they look like, especially the mattes. Yeah, so that was backwards. So here, in the middle, and then here. And this shade is here. And this one is this one, which means this one is that one. And I apologize if I'm confusing y'all. Y'all see I confused my damn self. So this is this palette. I don't know when, but this will be, I want to say the next palette I dig into. Thank you for the heart. If you are enjoying this, even with all my confusion and babbling, go ahead and thumbs up the video for me. Let me know what your thoughts are on this palette. I'm excited for it because it looks red, right? But then when you swatch it, it's not. And even looking at this, and I like how even when you think about it, when you look at the packaging, I just hate, oh my gosh. Looking at the packaging, all the colors are here. So you have like the bright reds, you have some deep purples over in the corner. You don't quite have a black, but you have this deep purple, excuse me. And these lighter tones, like for the hair, those can be these tones. And so I do like how what you see is pretty much what you get. But I'm excited to use it. As I mentioned earlier, these 9-pan palettes have gave me a new appreciation for 9-pan palettes, and also quote unquote monochromatic, because it's like, this is a red palette, but then when you swatch it, it's only 2 reds. You know what I'm saying? And then you have like the different color purples and the multi-chromes. And so that'll be it, y'all, for this video. Thank you so much, y'all, for being here. We'll be back tomorrow night. We're going to do our roundup for June. If I did not count wrong, I used 19 palettes in June, and I don't remember if some were bingos or whatever. But so we'll be back tomorrow night, same time with that. Another thing, Tony, since you have this palette, this middle shade is still kind of puffing up when I put the plastic over it. So you can see this one, and this one is kind of powdery. This one, which one is it? This one is kind of powdery, but this one is definitely fragile. So that's just something just to be aware of. So I'm just using my finger to clean it up. So that'll be it for this video, y'all. Thank you for being here. Don't forget to thumbs up if this was somewhat okay. I know I'm still getting used to this vertical thing, and it's driving me nuts. But we'll be back here tomorrow, same time, same place. You're welcome, Janessa. Thank you for being here. And I don't think I have a video going up tomorrow morning, because I try not to have two things going up in the same day unless it's something that I feel like is kind of urgent, but I'm babbling, so we're going to go. So that'll be it. Again, make sure you thumbs up. You'll see me here tomorrow night, same time. You're welcome, Tony, and thank you. And yeah, so that'll be it. I don't want to just keep going on, and I'm sweating, as you see, so I'm going to wash my face. Yeah, Margot, I'm definitely going to do looks with it. It'll be a few weeks. Damn, Tony, look at this. You see this gold in here? That's from here. I just took the plastic off and the shadow just went with it. This one is definitely fragile. And part of me is saying don't put the plastic in it, because I think this is a magnet. Because whenever I put it on top of here, and then when I move it, this just like travels. So I'm not going to, shit, yes I am. And it's all over here. I'm not going to use that. So we're just going to close it. And when I close it, it's fine. But this is a magnet for that shadow. This will just be mindful of that one, because it's just, and I'm gonna throw this away because this is getting on my nerves. So that'll be it. Good night, Grace. Thank you, and we'll be chatting, Grace. Yeah, so that'll be it. I know I keep saying that. For those of you who are watching the replay, thank you for watching the replay. Don't forget to thumbs up. Share if you think this was somewhat okay. I know I'm scattered. I really know I am. I'm just still struggling with all life stuff and this, but you know we do content, and so I appreciate y'all being here for it. And back here tomorrow night should be a fun one. I have a stack, 19 freaking palettes to talk about and go through. And thank you to the members when I posted asking that question and you answered, because I'm like, do I just do a video? Do I premiere? Whatever. So I appreciate y'all helping me out with that. And that'll be it. So tomorrow night, same time, same place. And then after that, we'll be back to our regular, hey Sylvia, we'll be back to our regular 7 a.m. Eastern Standard Time videos. And thank you, Dawn. And so that's how we'll just continue to roll. And so if you're curious about membership, you're watching the replay and you're like, what's that? There's a link down below. You know, if it's worth it to you, it just helps you be more on the inside of what's going on here. Thank you, Janessa, because I do ask members questions, and so that helps guide my content. So it kind of gives you more of an investment into the channel. So this is your channel too. And so I appreciate all of you who are members. I appreciate those who aren't. Are you in the Costco's? I'm near BJ's and the Costco's, but I got a BJ's card because they got coupons. But so yeah, I'll see y'all tomorrow night. And thank you to everyone who is watching the replay. Thank you, Sylvia, starting off the replay crew. I appreciate you. And we're going to go, as always, self-acceptance, self-love. That is the Crazy Troll Nation way. And you all will see me soon. Good night, everybody. Thank you for the hearts.